There's an old adage that a picture is worth 1,000 words. For almost all of his life, political cartoonist Gary Varvel has been using his drawings to make statements. He worked for the Indianapolis News and then, since 1994, the Indianapolis Star. That's a grand total of 38 years combined. Pretty amazing in the world of media. He's won numerous awards, including being inducted into the Indiana Journalism Hall of Fame in 2015.
My first thought upon hearing that I had been selected was there must be a big mistake.
Over the years, Gary's made a lot of statements with his cartoons, not all favorably received. In fact, his mission is to make people think, and that can be upsetting. I caught up with him at his Indy Star office downtown.
Always liked drawing. You know, if it was raining outside, then I'd get a piece of paper and start messing around. I was fascinated with cartoons on Saturday mornings. I was in front of the TV watching cartoons, and then my dad, when I was a little older, started buying Mad magazine because I was so fascinated. You know, we were in the store and I'd see those drawings and it was like, whoa. I had people say, you know, you got to go work for Disney, but I was, in thinking through that, I thought, I'm going to be a cog in the wheel and I'm just going to be drawing what they tell me to draw. And part of the fascination for me was actually coming up with the ideas. I was kind of had a sarcastic sense of humor. When I was young, I was cracking jokes, and I was always interested in jokes. And so to incorporate that into your own work, it seemed like, you know, there was a control factor there that I really wanted.
But basically, you've been in the same pool. You've been swimming in different directions, but you've been in the same pool for a long time. That's unusual, too. What else is unusual in doing a little bit of research, there are only 21 editorial, political, satirical cartoonists that work for papers in the country. Yeah, there's only 21 of you. What happened?
Well, there's more than that, but those are the guys, 21 guys who get a salary to do it at a newspaper. And I'm fortunate to be still doing this.
So do you, maybe that's where I'm heading with this, is the field dying? It's certainly changing.
It's changing.
It's morphing into something else.
Yeah.
So the label is different then, but there are 21 who do what you do in that particular area.
I would say that I came along at just the right time.
The right time, yeah.
There was a day and age when the editorial cartoonist was the king of the town, you know, and those days are kind of gone. And the newspapers have had to change their business model, and as we've adapted to the changing times, a lot of times the newspapers have let their cartoonists go. And of course, the other thing about this job is you tend to make enemies that you never intended to make.
That's where I was going to go.
Okay.
Okay, because I hear people when I say, I'm going to interview Gary Varvel, they say, oh, he bashes the conservatives. And I hear, oh no, he bashes the liberals.
Yeah.
So, from what I can see, you take shots at everybody.
I think I do, but I probably take more shots at the liberals and progressives than I do the conservatives.
So you would say you're a conservative then?
Yeah, I would say I'm a conservative.
Okay.
But when I think people have gone off the trails on the right, then I still go after those guys too.
Because what I can see that from the people that you draw, and especially with politics now, you must be, speaking of politics, you must be, this is nirvana for you with everything that's going on.
It's made my job a lot easier. Yeah, they're basically writing my stuff for me. Yeah. So yeah, this has been this election especially, above all the other ones, has really been a hoot. A cartoonist a long time ago said the job of an editorial cartoonist is to walk into a bar and throw the first punch and let everybody else fight it out. And that's kind of what we do, I guess. You know, I express my opinion, throw it out there, and then everybody else starts arguing about it. And they'll throw stuff my way. Obviously, that when people get really passionate about this stuff, and here's the deep dark secret, Patty. I'm not nearly as serious about some of the stuff as some of the other people who comment toward me. And I don't take myself that seriously. One of the things I learned when I first started doing this in '94 is that I thought, Varvel, you got to grow a thick skin because you're not used to having people say this stuff publicly to you, and with the internet, it's even opened it up more to people just venting and giving me a peace of mind they can't afford to lose. But that's just part of the job, you know. And I actually have gotten to the point. Maybe I'm a little a little weird here, but if I'm not getting some of that, I feel like I've lost my edge. So I kind of like that, I get some of that.
So it's not a good day unless you've upset somebody.
Yeah.
And I had to take advantage of this opportunity. Swallowing my pride, I boldly asked him to do a caricature of me. What did you see when you looked at me? What were you going for?
You have a beautiful smile,
But
and you have very distinctive eyes, and your hair's kind of tousled lightly, but it's
tousled. Okay,
and so
you're very gentle.
and,
okay.
and you have some cheeks, and
I have some cheeks.
So we just kind of see caricature. What you do is you just kind of take the face, and you just kind of it's like clay, and we kind of mold it and
you
shape
pick out the good and the bad and put
Absolutely.
it all together.
So
okay,
here we go. There we go.
Cheeks.
There you go. Yeah.
So my persona is cheeky. It could have been really bad. But just like Jessica Rabbit, I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.